Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new here. Please consider subscribing to my channel. And today I just wanted to talk to you about the things that in my opinion are okay in terms of fragrance collection. And sometimes when we look at TikTok, we look at fragrance collections of other people, we also think about our collection and we compare our collection to their collections, and maybe, just maybe, we think that, well, our collection is not as good, not as cool, not as full. And sometimes it is okay to kind of just step back and to appreciate more what we have. And I just wanted to touch base on the things that are okay, and not many people talk about these things. And we have all this pressure to have bigger, better, more expensive collections, and sometimes it's not the case. So first of all, I have to tell you that in my opinion, and obviously all of it is my opinion only, I think that in my opinion it's okay to have just one scent from the brand. Let's take a brand. This is the brand that I'm talking about, and I do have just one fragrance from this brand in full size. This is the Kayali Eden Juicy Apple 01, and this is the only fragrance in full bottle that I have in my collection from this brand. And this is the fragrance that I like. This is the fragrance that I happily use, and I know that some people say that it's kind of simplistic, but for the price that I've paid for it, I had some discount and then some gifts on top of that. And I actually love the scent. I do have some two minis at the moment of Kayali, but I don't really feel like they are that good. So, and I it's completely okay in my opinion to have just one scent from the whole brand. You don't really have to have the whole collection from every brand. And sometimes when we see, especially on TikTok, the fragrance collections, we see all this, I don't know, Kayali by Redo, and we see every single scent. In my opinion, it's kind of not realistic to have it, and not in terms of money, because it's just money after all. You can buy it if you really want to buy it. I'm just saying that it's not realistic, because the fragrances, sometimes the fragrances are so polarizing, they're so different one from another. And we do have, if we are the fragrance lovers, we do have kind of a broad spectrum of things that we like. So potentially it's kind of possible to like every single scent in the collection, but I kind of think it's not that realistic. So sometimes I feel like they get the fragrances just for the sake of having them, just for the sake of displaying them. And I don't know, and I'm not talking about, spending money, because it's really not my thing to see and to say how you should spend your money. It's your money. But I'm just saying that in my opinion it's kind of not wise to kind of to chase this wish to have the whole collection of every single scent, because you're just not gonna use it. Why would you even bother doing that? I know it looks beautiful. It looks really, really beautiful when you have every single collection, every single scent. If you have every single scent from BDK, every single scent from, I don't know, Parfum de Marly. And but I mean, realistically, and just remember this one thing: you have to pay for them. You have to pay for them. Many bloggers, they don't pay for these fragrances, they get them for free. So it's the whole other story. They haven't paid for it. So every single time they unbox the new fragrance, they might not even tell you that they have received it as PR. But you have to pay your money for it. So be mindful, not about your spending. I'm not saying that you should be on the budget every single time, but just think about what you need. Well, fragrance, we don't need fragrances, but what about the fragrances that you will really actually like and you'll really actually use them, as opposed to those that will just stand there and just collect dust? So that's why it's absolutely okay to have just one scent from the whole collection. You don't really have to have every single scent of every single brand that you like. It's just you don't have to. Don't feel the pressure, because the pressure is very, very strong, but you don't have to give in. So next thing is that, in my opinion, you don't have to necessarily update your collection. Brands change their bottles, brands change their labels, they change what they put inside a fragrance, what have you. Today you might have bought a fragrance, and tomorrow this fragrance will be totally different. It's going to be totally, the bottle will be revamped and the contents will be a bit different, but you don't really have to update your collection if you like the fragrance. I mean, why would you? Why would you even bother? And the next example is the Baby Cat. It's the Baby Cat from Yves Saint Laurent, and this is the fragrance I love. And every single time I use this fragrance, every single time I take this fragrance from the shelf, I think about one thing. Oh my gosh, how was it unwise of me to get myself a 75 ml bottle? Because it was a blind buy, right? So I thought that 75 ml bottle of quite expensive fragrance, it was not as expensive back then as it is now, but it's going to be kind of relatively more easy to sell it, as opposed to 125 ml fragrance. Um, and I'm so sorry that I didn't get myself a big bottle. I should have gotten myself 125 ml of this beautiful fragrance. It's amazing, such an amazing fragrance. I love it. I love it to bits. It's beautiful. It's wonderful. It's vanilla. It's spicy vanilla. It's very beautiful, sultry thing. But it's not about the fragrance per se today. It's about the bottle, because the bottle is the older style, because now they have a black label on it. But I don't really feel like I have a pressure to update a bottle, to update my collection, getting myself another bottle of this newer version. I don't, and you shouldn't either. You shouldn't either. And I know that some people say, "Oh my gosh, it's new, I have to have it." And if you like the scent, if you're fine with spending that amount of money on the fragrance just because of the label, you do you, but just don't feel the pressure to do it. Now, if we are talking about the fragrance, well, not Baby Cat, but some other fragrance that has been discontinued, well, not discontinued, it has been reformulated and revamped. So they have changed the formula, they have changed the contents, and they have changed the bottle. Now it's a totally different story. I'm just saying about same scent but different bottle. So don't really bother, updating your collection, because the collection is, in essence, is the reflection of who you are. So if it's fine for you, it is, fine. Don't feel the pressure. Really don't. You really don't have to feel the pressure to do that. Now, next thing is that sometimes I mean, it's very nice, it's very good, and I actually love it that so many brands are introducing the refill bottles. And refill bottles, they are more ecological, but some people just, they don't really care about this aspect. They care about the thing that it's cheaper, and it is cheaper. So I have as example this Si Passione by Armani. So I do have a bottle of that one, and this is the refill one. So this is 100 ml bottle, and it's kind of a strange bottle, right? It's just the name, and it's just the thing that you should put inside of the refillable bottle, and you just screw it open, and then it fills the bottle. Anyway, it's very good. It's much more affordable, but obviously you do not have a bottle, an original bottle. You just have an original scent. And so this one is This is actually the thing that I like, especially if it comes to the fragrance that I love, and I know that I will be using it, and why would I even bother getting myself another bottle? So I don't really care. But sometimes, I mean, let's face it, it's not all that aesthetically pleasing, and you have necessarily to get yourself another bottle. It's not going to be the original bottle, it's going to be something else. So, and it's not like people say that, well, it's a shame to use a refill. It's not, but it's not an aesthetically pleasing thing. But you don't really have to worry about that. This is an original fragrance. This is the same juice as the one that is in the bottle. So don't care about the bottle. Just especially if you're not displaying your fragrances in front of other people, why would you even care? And it kind of goes hand in hand. This is a fragrance that I have actually shown you in my, I think it was my May or it was my June, um probably June, project pan. So I have finished the fragrance that was in here, and then I have I cleaned the bottle, I disinfected the bottle. It was completely odorless, it was fine. And so here I do have another scent. It's completely different scent, and this is a scent from Givenchy. This is the Lantardi, the classic Lantardi. I have had such a huge amount of samples of Lantardi, so I decided to put them in here. And for that, I needed a bottle with this mechanism that I can screw and screw on here. So I decided to kind of repurpose the bottle that I have had, that I have finished. So I don't really care because the collection is just for me. I know that this is not a particularly aesthetically pleasing because it's not the original bottle, but the juice in here inside is original juice. And because this collection is just my collection, is just for me, I don't really care if I use this bottle or something else. I mean, the collection for me to make myself happy, because I want to wear a particular scent. And obviously it was kind of even fine to get a sample every time and to use a sample, but I much prefer to put it in a bigger bottle. So and again, this collection is just for me. No one else uses it. Well, my mom sometimes does dive in my collection, but not that all that often. But so I don't feel a shame. I don't feel a pressure. I don't really have to show this to someone else. And neither should you feel ashamed. Neither should you feel that, oh my gosh, you have a bottle that doesn't actually reflect the scent that is in here at this very moment. Who cares? It's a pretty bottle. I actually like it. It's square, it's beautiful. It's a clean bottle. It's cleaned bottle with scent in it, so it's very very nice and easy to use like that. So we don't really have to care about this. So next one is that you should care less about what people think about it. Kind of goes hand in hand with the first thing that I've said, but it's about like the getting yourself a full collection of fragrances. Sometimes, like for instance, this one is Libre, but this one is my favorite version of this scent, and this one is the intense version. I like it so so much. And I do have a couple of other things, but they are all in the smaller sizes. They are all in these 10 ml sizes, and I don't really feel ashamed. I don't really feel the pressure to add to my collection every single bottle, because I do really like the line. But this one is the fragrance that I really 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 love. So there's no pressure for me. I don't feel a pressure to get every single scent. 10 ml of this fragrance is sufficient, so neither should you feel the pressure. If just because you like the scent, just because other versions are a bit reminiscent of that you like, doesn't mean that you have to have it, doesn't mean that you have to buy it. I mean, who says that? So other thing is that do not feel ashamed to get yourself a smaller size of a fragrance that you like. After all, only you know how much fragrance you spend, how much fragrance how much sprays you, how many sprays you do. I mean, it's up to you. So I do have some mini sizes like this one. This one is the mini size of Francis Kurkdjian, and this is Amiris Femme, which is the fragrance that I actually like, but it's in a mini size, and I really don't feel the pressure. I don't have the need to get myself, because I'm not particularly and fully in love with this fragrance. I like it very much, but it's not a love, and especially it's not a love for the price. I mean, the price is quite high for this fragrance. There's a couple of fragrances that I would gladly buy, but not this one. So and I really don't feel a pressure to get myself a full bottle. I don't really, again, I do not like to show my collection to other people, and to be frank with you, you know, not many people ask for it. So I don't really care if I have a mini size or like a travel size, or I do have a mini size, and this one is the mini size of Yves Saint Laurent blouse, and it's 7 ml, 7.5 ml, I believe, and it's a mini teeny tiny size, and it actually helped me to not to make a mistake and not to get this fragrance like blind buy type, because it would have been a mistake for me. So mini sizes and travel sizes are completely okay, and also the mini sizes of the fragrances. And I do have a fragrance from Chloe in here, and this one is the classic Chloe, and it's 20 ml bottle, and it's a nice and pretty bottle, and I'm it's completely enough for me to get myself a 20 ml bottle, because I know that I don't particularly use this fragrance. It's a pretty fragrance, but it's not the fragrance that I would reach every single time. So 20 ml is what I need. So don't feel pressure, don't feel ashamed about the fragrances that you get, the size of the fragrances that you get. I mean, because let's face it, they are sold for a reason. People make them for us to try them, to get them, to love them. So don't be ashamed, don't be afraid, don't feel the pressure to get yourself every single time a full bottle of the fragrance you sniff, because it just doesn't work like that. And it's not only about the money, it's also about being mindful about how many fragrances you can actually use. And I know it's coming from a person that has so many fragrances that I probably will not be able to finish them ever. But I mean, my collection isn't that huge, really. So just keep in mind, your collection is just your collection. It's your reflection. You don't have to chase other people's collection. I mean, it's very nice to see them. It's very nice to see all these full shelves of the fragrances. It is nice. It's aesthetically pleasing. But your collection is you, and you do you do your collection, and you do the fragrances that make you happy. So I hope that you liked this video. Please tell me, what do you think about this, and I wish you a beautiful day, beautiful Sunday. Bye.